taxpayers, you're back with MrTaxes.ca with special guests and our special co-host. Make sure and tune in weekly Wednesday mornings, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 noon Central. Remember to subscribe and remember to smash, bash, and kick it in the you-know-what with that like button if you want more videos like this. And there we have it. So Jesse, skill testing question every week.
45.
We're on episode 45 and we have a special guest today. Leesa, how are you doing?
Good, thanks.
Good.
Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah, where are you tuning in from?
I'm tuning in from Coquitlam, BC.
So you're local here to the lower mainland. That's awesome. So like Jesse said, this is week 45 for our side hustle for your side hustle webinar. We pitch ourselves as a side hustle for whatever, affiliate marketers, agencies, network marketers, multi-level, whatever you want to call it online. Those that have a big following can tap into our affiliate program, keep doing what they're doing and generate a little side hustle income. So that's our affiliate program. That's our paid public service announcement for the week. That's it. And we do have an agenda every week. Jesse, what's the agenda?
Well, we're going to go through what you're going to learn. We've got a little intro from Rob and myself. Obviously, we're going to intro Leesa and hear what she has to say today as well, which I'm really excited to hear. We always like to keep it light and happy, throw in some tips and jokes and motivational affiliate hacks, things like that. And learning what you're going to learn. I don't really know what that means, but sure. And then executing on what you learn. So, everything that we talk about, if there's something that kind of clicks with you as we're going through something, all of our special guests, they always bring the heat. If anything resonates with you, take it, implement it, execute on it, go after it.
And that is learning what you're going to learn, is taking what you learn on, whether it's a webinar, live event, podcast, replay off YouTube. You have to practice these things. So try and grab one or two. Don't try and get everything from the webinar. You can watch them on the replays on our YouTube channel. That link will be, if you're watching on YouTube, you've already found us. But if you're watching live, Alicia will put our YouTube channel in the comment section. So if you're watching live, you can grab that. If you're watching on the YouTube replay, you're already doing it. So grab your notepads and we'll jump right in. So as Jesse said, that's a big joke every week because for a while our webinar for the year wasn't in the PowerPoint or the slides, and we couldn't keep track. It's easy. It's week 45 of the year, so we're on week 45. So we have 44 episodes from 2022 already on YouTube. So some of the things we've learned, some of the big name guests and some golden nuggets that we've had on these webinars, go back and watch them. If you're liking what you see and the info you're getting, and especially what you're going to get from Leesa today. So Jesse, where are we going to start?
Well, I will talk about myself, I guess, for a minute. I'll keep it short because I want to hear what Leesa has to say. And, everyone can go back and watch the last 44 episodes to hear a little bit more about my story. But I've had an online business since 2016. I did start a couple of offline businesses as well. But I just really love the online space more than offline. So I tend to spend most of my time there. I've helped build teams up over thousands of people. I have been fortunate enough to be labeled as number one sales rep for 3 different global companies that I've ever represented. Do a lot of coaching, consulting. I've got courses on education on how to build your own digital marketing business and, all sorts of different things. I met with Rob I guess about a year and a half ago, just to go through my own tax stuff because I was referred by some of my friends, and they were like, "Man, you got to meet with Rob. He's the best at this, and he'll get you a bunch of money back from the government." And so I was like, "Sure, yeah, I'll check it out." So I went, set up the meeting. We had some conversations. He asked me what I do, obviously, and one thing led to the next. Now I'm managing the affiliate program for the DOLLARTAXCLUB, which is what we're kind of talking about here today. Just all the back end stuff, as well as I am life insurance licensed as well for most of Western Canada and some of Ontario, I guess. And so when I found out that they have a really cool strategy to help people minimize taxes and, gain wealth through insurance, it just kind of seemed like a right fit. So now I'm also helping with the Alberta division for Mr. Insurance as well, which is really fun. And, it's cool. So that's me in a nutshell.
Well, I don't think just helping with the Alberta Insurance Division. You are the Alberta Insurance Division for now.
Trying to keep it modest here.
Yeah. So just to, follow up on what Jesse was talking about, I've been an online marketer since 2009. I had to go to the GoDaddy Who Is registry here and search the domain t1taxes.ca. So I set up a website to submit personal income tax information through a software called Dreamweaver. That precedes Weebly, or what are the other WordPress, Wix. Dreamweaver is dating back to 2009. I had to look, what's the date? It was February 19, 2009, and I had that site up and running in about a week. Took me about a week to learn the program, and you could upload your signed documents, tax slips, any information you had, then add an auto responder email follow-up. And we've just grown online since then. But working with Jesse, we've really learned a lot about marketing funnels. Jesse's an expert in that area. And Aaron Fraser from Action Sports Club was working with us on our initial funnel. And then Action Sports Club took off for him, and all the power to him. We've had him on a couple episodes, and you can watch his cool videos and what he does with, motor enthusiasts, to help them generate a side hustle income, for pursuing their own sport activities. And then when he pursued that, we were looking for somebody else, and I got introduced to Jesse. I don't know if I was introduced to Jesse or Jesse came upon us, or we started chatting, but the rest is history, so they say. I think. Well, we'll see. That'll play itself out at some point. Maybe through episode number 4,624. Might get there. So, joke of the week. Of course, you have a purpose in life. You pay taxes, don't you? So everybody that works now in Canada pays some sort of tax. They used to have a minimum threshold that you could earn. Now they charge you 15% on the first dollar you earn. So it's 15 cents for every dollar. You're left with 85. And then you're paying GST. If you're in Ontario, that's another 12. So that's 27%. So you're left with 73 cents on every dollar you make for everything you buy. So our goal is just to help minimize that. So yeah, as much as that is a joke, it's not really a joke, is it? I don't think. So Leesa, how long have we been working together?
I met you in, I believe it was 2019. I went and hung out with you at your downtown office, beautiful waterfront location.
I bet you still see some interesting things every day, though.
Oh, we do.
For entertainment, or?
Yeah, it's I just look at the side window, and we'll have to start shooting some of the entertainment, Jesse, because it never stops. So, Leesa, that was great, meeting you back then, and we started working together. But now you've evolved. Your business has evolved since then, and that's what I love about working with clients, seeing them progress. Some people leave their day job like Aaron did and jump out into full-time self-employment, whether it's online or, if you're a mechanic or carpenter, plumber, physiotherapist, jumping out and doing your own thing. When did you make the jump full-time?
Yeah, so I have a bit of backstory there. I spent a lot of time working in the school district. When I met you, I was still working for the school district, and I had some injuries. I had a couple car accidents, and eventually my car broke down on the way home from a school. I had an accident on a way to a school, my late 20s there. I just couldn't catch a break. So I started out, like you're saying, working the side hustle, getting more involved with the world of digital marketing. And it was at the beginning of the pandemic, 2020, that I went fully online, and I started growing my agency, putting my content out there, offering services to clients. I'm passionate really about helping people that are small business owners, but they really just don't know how to market themselves. So if there's someone that's, hey, they don't have a website, I can find them a connection to that. I can help get them, search engine optimization services, really get them established when they don't know how to market themselves and stay afloat so that they can run a business.
And I know it on the screen here, a little bit of your background, but you're working with Entre now, but doing your own thing. Let's talk about your own side hustle. Have you started an agency? What is your focus with your new business?
Yeah, so I've started an agency, and Entre has been a huge part of that. So I have a small contract with them that I've been doing on the side as well too. And they offer basically, you can create your own knowledge course. You can get involved with digital agency, or you can learn how to get involved with affiliate marketing. So I got involved with that. They have some really great people on their sales team. I was going through a rough time and they said, hey, we'd like to support you. And I thought, this is incredible. What place supports you building your own business? So I got more involved with that and just started learning, picking up some of the books, and all the rest is history from there. And that's where it really just took off.
Like being a mechanic, a young guy being a car enthusiast, getting a job at a big garage. You get to work somewhere with doing something you enjoy and love, and being able to, help your friends, fix their vehicles. I had a few friends growing up that, were car enthusiasts, and, one of them has a garage now. We just met a client a couple days ago with one of our team members, and he's had his garage for 35 years and he's selling it now for $5+ million. So that's his retirement. He's got enough, there to put away for retirement. So it's building your own thing, building your dream, build it yourself type thing. So your online agency, what is the website? It's there at the bottom of the screen. So
yep, labonlineagency.com. It's got my phone number there. If anyone wants to reach out, that is my website.
So if somebody wants to work with you, what are the main services or offers that you provide? Is it a course? Is it done for you, or do it yourself? Just run us through your program, and then possibly share your screen as well, and give us a tour of the website. The Lab Online Agency. I have a friend. He started his own mortgage brokerage. It's called Mortgages Lab. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's some people out there that think it's a traditional chemical lab, but not that kind of lab, marketing lab.
Well,
my initials.
Heisentax knows all about labs and cooking, so we know all about that.
Yeah.
Right?
Going back to the services.
Yeah, we know all about cooking here.
Going back to the services. So basically it's online marketing for businesses that basically they want to outsource some of their marketing. So if you're like right now, I'm helping out a friend that's an electrician. So he wants to show up, and people do Google searches, electrician near me. That's a huge market he's not tapping into. So this could be huge for his business. So we're designing him a website right now. I can share my screen here and show you that. It's there we go.
Rob, if you're talking, I think you got the mute button again.
It's different share screen on every platform.
You don't think I got the mute button on. It's my life story.
This is his awesome website. We're building him out right now. His website is Electric Medics Inc. I love sharing this. It's someone that I'm really trying to support right now. Building him out an awesome website. And after that, we're optimizing it for SEO. So he can really pull up on some of those searches. And for him, this is huge. He's going from, doing random jobs to really putting himself out there, putting himself on the map. He's a really hard worker, go-getter. He's putting himself on Facebook small business pages every week. He's putting decals on his vehicle. He's upgrading his vehicle. So this is just the site. We're in the middle of designing it. We've got to get the homepage wrapped up here, and it's all nicely designed in WordPress here. He's got great reviews from his customers. He's a Red Seal certified electrician. So Here's one of his reviews. We pulled this off his Facebook business page. He had great reviews on there. So we thought, well, hey, why not throw this on his website? So we're working on that right now. And then, let's see here. Here's my website. I've got my phone number up top there if anyone wants to contact me. Here's some more about my services. So we do SEO, pay-per-click, and content marketing. So if there's anyone out there that wants to basically automate their content. So say there's a business owner, they've got a dead Instagram page, they're not leveraging it the way they could be. We can take it for them and completely automate it. So the posts are set to go out. We can make it so that you never have to share your password. A lot of people worry about that. So you still have control over the account, but yet there's someone there posting for you, and it's all completely automated and it's consistent. So it's set up in a way, the posts are coming out consistently, designed to grow, and they're all custom designed for the client.
Excellent. Let's see here. The slides stopped, but you stopped sharing your screen as well.
Yeah.
There we go. So what's the best way on your website for somebody to reach out to you if they want a great looking website, if they want everything, integrated with the website, having their social media and all of their Google reviews show up on the website? If somebody's looking for something like that, I know that's not all you do, but what's the best way to reach out?
Yeah, the best way to reach out is to give me a call, send me a message. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook. Yeah.
I should hope you're on all those social media channels, because that's what you do for a living. They always joke around that the mechanic's car never runs and the roofer's roof always leaks.
Yeah, because you're too busy helping other people with theirs. It's more fun helping other people than working on your own sometimes.
It is. We know that. We get calls from CRA every year for our own late filings. So we put our stuff off. Last year was one of the first years we did ours real early. First week of January we were done, but then we had to make all kinds of changes. Haste makes waste. So, and now that how long since your website's been up? I mean, we could do a quick look online, but how long have you had the agency, or where did the idea spark from?
Yeah, so it really it came through the support of Entra. They have a lot of courses that are built out to really get your website up and going, and a few really great people off of there willing to help me out. So I'm really grateful for that. It's offered me the flexibility to attend, appointments. Sometimes if you have an injury or a car accident, attending those appointments are like a part-time job in and of itself. So, that's been great. And I'm able to walk my dog from home and be in charge of my own schedule as well.
Yeah, I have a fellow that works with us. He's making the career jump over to the financial world, but he works for a similar agency to Entra. And they're doing $3 million a month right now in revenue. There's about 80 salespeople. He is the top salesperson on their team, and they book 16 calls a day for him. He has an 8-hour schedule. He does all 8 hours. He's a young guy, lots of energy, but he says online, you have the option. You can go all out and do 16, 20, 30 calls a day, or you could do like you're doing, build your own side hustle on the side. So is that something that you're going to be doing as well, as helping people build their own side hustle? Do you have a done for you, do it yourself, or do you have a course as well that you're offering?
I don't have a course I'm offering. Maybe in the future I'd develop a course. I'd be really open to that. I have access to the knowledge about that. I don't yet have my own course.
Entra should white label this and sell it as an affiliate program. I think that would be a way to leverage. You could bring that idea to them and just send us royalty checks every month.
There you go.
That's all. We actually have our own online course, and I'm going to pull it up here. Let's see if I can find it and pull it up. Jesse, did you sign up for the course yet?
I did this morning.
Yeah, it's funny. The 4 ladies on our team were the first 4 to sign up. And last night when I checked, we have 4 guys on the team, Jesse being one. None of the guys had signed up yet. It was just the 4 ladies.
I did this morning because I knew you were going to ask me today. And
Yeah.
it was like, I can't say no.
Who can resist, right?
Yeah.
Who can resist? Let me see here if I can get this working. So our course, we've had our course since 2009. We developed a training program for new people coming on board on the tax side. And somebody in our office said, a guy that used to work with us, he was with us for a couple of years, said, why don't we sell the course? So we did. We started in 2009, sold about 20, maybe 25 courses. The goal this year is to do over 1,000. And we're using a learning management software platform called Kajabi for our course. It's 8 modules, and there it is. It's simple. It's easy sign up. There's the 8 modules, $597. And if you do the math, 1,000 courses, that's over $500,000.
Yeah, I've heard really great things about Kajabi.
And courses are, you have the knowledge, you have the content. It's just getting it out on paper. I had a friend that I work with. When we had this idea to do the course, I was talking to him and he said, hey, I took a course on developing courses, putting together training manuals and all those things. He had some software. I don't know if he used Word or some special software, but it can be done in Word. But we just developed it in Word, and we had it without video for the first 10 years. We also have this basic tax course accredited with Human Resource Development Canada.
That's
so we have a national certification registered program. So somebody taking the course can get a tuition credit for taking it. If they're on social assistance or EI or parental leave, maternity leave, they can get funding to take our course. So getting that certification on top of developing a course. So, for you coming on, that's the least we can do is just share that with you, give you some inspiration to possibly start your own course.
That's incredible. Yeah. And I think with taxes, there's a lot of misconceptions. People like to do the done for you programs, go set up a program to do their taxes, and they might be really losing out. So I think it's really important to find the right resources when you're looking into getting your taxes filed, just because there's a lot of gray area that someone like Rob can help with. So,
yeah, the check is in the mail, Leesa. The check is in the mail. But yeah, I see a lot of marketing courses online that talk about, they have a do-it-yourself program, and probably 50% of the people try that and they can't do it themselves. So what we've done in the course is we offer a credit for taking the course towards tax services at the end. So if you want to give it a shot, do your own returns, great. But once you become self-employed, like you are, Leesa, and like Jesse made the jump, 6-7 years ago, it becomes infinitely more complex. And it's just something that's our paid public service announcement for the week. I think that's the second one we've had. Nothing like tooting your own horn, though. So
I agree. I agree. When it comes to taxes, like me being a digital marketing business owner, I don't really want to do my own taxes. I would rather just have someone who does that handle it.
And to stop tooting our horn, for you, Leesa, the plumber is a prime example. When I made this switch, electrician. I was thinking of a plumber that we were just working with, but the electrician, anybody in the trades really, but your electrician is a prime example. When I made the change in careers from framing houses, working in the trades, when I had my injury in 96, I had to make a career change. Most of my first clients were buddies that worked in the trades, and most of them didn't even own a computer, let alone know anything about online marketing. They knew nothing about taxes. They went to somebody every year and nobody could explain things to them. So I had the fortune of being on the client side for a long time and then making that jump so I could appreciate it. But those in the trades, most of them know nothing about online, and they don't realize how powerful it is.
Yeah.
You know, they're
Once
waiting.
they start realizing it, they're wanting more and more of it. There's even a lot of people, that's really spot on about people working in the trades. You know, they might have a smartphone, but hey, they're telling you they've dropped it 5 times today and they don't even own a computer. So that's really accurate.
Yeah, with so a lot of our clients that get on QuickBooks, we are QuickBooks Pro advisors. So the bookkeeping software now has the ability to put the online version on your phone. And we just, that's why I brought up the plumber. That's where it was coming from. He just sent us our invoice through his phone that we helped him set up, created the invoice, all of the parts and the labor, everything was, he said it was so easy to do once it was set up for him, but he wouldn't have known how to start to set it up. But once it's set up, people can use it. So yours is a done for you, start to finish, get somebody set up with a website, search engine optimization. What else? Social media posting.
Exactly. Yeah. Content marketing. Yeah. So social media platforms you want to outsource, and then pay-per-click. So you want to be showing up ads on Google. That's an option as well. A lot of people don't even know what pay-per-click ads are. So it's really important to know what the options are out there for marketing your business and to
what platform to go on. You know, a lot of people are saying, well, TikTok is not great for professionals like accountants and doctors, but you're seeing lots of them on there now. And you're seeing even goofier stuff on LinkedIn, which was supposed to be for professionals. So you have to be on the right platform as well. What are your thoughts on that? The different platforms. Let's go with maybe the top 3. You have Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and then the fringe ones like TikTok and Instagram.
I think it's really important that if you're starting out, you're going to start on one platform and sort of master it and then move on. If you try and be, doing all of them, you're going to be the master of none. So just start on one platform, get consistent on one, and then branch out from there. So you might start on Facebook, branch out to LinkedIn and Instagram, and maybe even TikTok.
Yeah, Jesse said that in episode 26 at the 12-minute 40-second mark. He really described that well. We brought that up because there was a guest on talking about all the different social media channels, and he brought up that exact point. We said, what's the best one to start with? He said, well, find out which one's the best for your industry and just focus on that one. Once you master one, the rest are pretty easy. It's like a mechanic. Some focus on, let's say, the fellow we saw the other day, BMWs. But once you master a BMW, you could also work on Fords or, Chevrolets or Audis. They're all similar, but you're not an expert in those. You focus on one vehicle or one make or brand. And the same with social media.
You start out, that's a really good analogy. You start out working on the Honda Civic, and Hondas are easier to work on and reliable. So, work on cars like that. You get up to working on, maybe the German vehicles need those special tools to work on, and no one likes dealing with that. But
yeah, I don't know how all the tax deductions on vehicles. There you go.
Yeah, and dealerships. A lot of people don't know this. I was discussing this with someone the other day. A lot of people don't know if you register, your business name with the dealership, only certain dealerships will offer that. No one even knows how to do the research into that. Look into, say you want to register the vehicle under your business. Look into, locally what, dealerships offer that.
Yeah, and it's a matter of working with all the professionals, your salesperson at the dealership, your accountant, your online marketer. It's having that team built around you. We're all experts in our fields. It's like us. We don't know a lot about marketing funnels. We know enough about it, like our basic tax course. We know enough about it to work with Jesse on the funnel, and we come up with the ideas, whereas a lot of people that are the professionals don't know your ideas or your industry that well. I'll go back to the mechanic. You bring the car in and you say, my car's not working. The first thing the mechanic's going to say is, well, what's not working? Do you turn the ignition? Does that work? Do you get any sound from the engine? Is it making a clunking sound? I had a mechanic I worked with for years and went in one day and I said, the engine's knocking. He asked me what's wrong. And he pulled out a pen and he took out the pen part and he put it down to the engine and he put it on the manifold over each cylinder, and he said, yeah, cylinder number 3 is not firing.
Wow.
He didn't have to, like, that's experience. That's knowing vehicles.
Yeah, or something so simple as, it's a car, it's stalling intermittently. You might never think of, it's the electronics under the dashboard, and pull out this electronic chip, and here, smell it. It smells like burnt electronics. Here's your problem. Replace this $40 part.
Yeah, I know the term for that. It's called Bakelite. So when the Bakelite starts overheating, it smells like burning rubber. Computer smelled like that one time, and the guy came into when I was working at the food bank, we had about 25 computers, and he came in, and I said, yeah, it's overheating. It smells like, burning brakes or burning rubber. And he hit the side of the computer about 2 or 3 times, and it started to work. The fan started working. And then he gave us a bill for $125. And I said, what? I said, you just hit the side of the computer. And he said, well, it's only $5 to hit the side of the computer. He said, it's $120 to know where to hit it. But he said, no, he was joking around. That was his joke. I copied it. But he said, it's the parts and everything. You're going to have to replace the fan and some probes in the computer, whatever parts he changed. But, it's as simple as that. Again, he knew what was wrong just by smelling it and tapping the side of the computer. So that's what you do with websites. When somebody looks at a website, they're like, wow, why am I not getting hits? Why are my Facebook ads not getting clicks? We ran an ad in the coffee news in 3 different publications for almost 5-6 months now. We're getting like 1 or 2 clicks a week from each episode, from each publication. And we're like, why aren't we getting clicks? So we're going to have a review on that and, fine tune it, see what's working, what's not working. But I think the most important thing in business is you have to launch. You have to reach out to somebody like Leesa or somebody like Jesse on the funnels, with Leesa on the SEO and the website design, and just start. You got to start and then keep fine tuning it. I'm sure your electrician, didn't have that revelation one day, I'm going to be an electrician, and he went out and wired an entire house. No, he had to go in and learn, go to school, learn the apprenticeship. That's a beautiful thing about having people done for you. You know enough about it to communicate with them and hand it off. Yeah,
totally.
So you said the best way is your phone number. So I'm not sure if Alicia has that in the chat. If you want people to contact you on the phone, just put your phone number in the chat area. If you're watching this on the YouTube replay, it won't be in the chat area because that's not open on the YouTube replay. It'll be in the comments below. So Alicia or Matthew will get your contact.
I was going to say, I also offer free website audits. So there's someone that wants to know more about their website, and I do that for free for people.
Well, let's take you up on that. We just bartered services with somebody who's doing a complete revamp of our main website, the mrtaxes.ca website. So when that's done, maybe we'll do a spot check. So remind me of that. Put it on your calendar, for early December, and we'll get on another chat. I know we have to chat about other stuff, besides getting on the webinar, but yeah, just remind us to do that. Or I had an idea for another fellow that was doing a similar thing. I said, why don't you advertise that? We advertise our 10-year tax reviews, advertise a free website audit. Top 10 things we'll put them in, document them, and it'd be a great way to get people to contact you.
Yeah. And there's, a lot of things people don't know. So they build this great website and then they're like, okay, well, I need people going to this website. So there's a lot of ways you can optimize the website. And there's a lot of technicalities that people just, I was talking to another electrician and I told him, okay, we need to work on your domain authority. And his brother's also trying to work on building out websites. So he said, well, what's that? And a lot of people don't look at these other factors. How well is your website linked to other social media accounts? So there's a lot that goes into it, and oftentimes it gets overlooked.
What was that movie? Is something with the flux capacitor? Some term in a movie? Something in a car? Was it Back to the Future?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's like, what the heck is that? Like, people, hear these terms, and that's what we try to do with our with our videos, with all of our social media stuff, we try and, keep it to the lowest common denominator, simple terms people understand, and then they're more comfortable working with you.
Yeah, exactly. What is SEO? People, when you search for things on Google searches, people go, I didn't even think of that.
So if you don't have an affiliate program yet, Leesa, I highly recommend it. Jesse has set up ours, and we're just going to do a little overview of what our affiliate program is. And this is it in a nutshell. We, when we started planning it, we didn't have this image, but we have to figure out when we're creating our service, like your electrician or the plumber we work with, what's in it for your clients, and then what's in it for affiliates. So those are going to refer business to us, what's in it for them, and then what's in it for us, the third little box there. But what's in it for affiliates? I'll start with this one, Jess. I always make the analogy, when was the last time you referred somebody to a great movie or a restaurant and they went and they enjoyed it? Did the restaurant send you a gift card, or did you get a free movie pass or even a box of popcorn at Landmark or Cineplex? No. So that's what an affiliate program is. You refer people and you get compensated for it. So in a nutshell, that's our affiliate program. And Jesse, what's in it for our clients?
Well, for our clients, the number one thing, in my opinion, is the free tax review that comes with the program.
Complimentary.
Complimentary. That's a better word. No cost, complimentary, not free. But that's the hook.
There is no money back guarantee. No money back guarantee. When it's complimentary, the best part about that service is if you don't like it, we don't find you anything, you go back to using your old accountant.
Yeah, that's it. But I think it's something like 82% of the people that you guys do a tax review for end up getting at least $1,000 back. Is that right?
That's close. Very close. Somewhere around those numbers. We were tracking it for a long time, and I know it's, close between 80 and 90%. We find some type of additional refund from past years. Sometimes it's as low as $10. The biggest one we've ever found was just north of 92,000 over a 3-year period. So it's over 30,000 per year we found in additional refunds. That was a bigger complex case where the client had a big corporate income. They were paying themselves out of the corporation $180,000 a year, weren't splitting that income with their spouse. And the other business owners, their corporate accountant was doing their personal tax returns. So when you talked about that, Leesa, having a specialty, right? Specializing, one of the things we specialize in is personal self-employed income tax. So that's how we're able to find things. We have over 100-point checklists that we go through in our review. And that's why I was talking about, something that you could do is a 10-point website review.
Yeah,
put a picture of a mechanic on there, or put you in a mechanic's outfit standing over a website, with the stethoscope on the website.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know how to fix the car. I would know people that know how to fix
But the website, I'm just saying that would be a good, I think that would be one for TikTok or Instagram.
Hey, yeah, that's a pretty solid idea.
And then what's in it for our clients? What's in it for us, Jesse? Well, for us, we get to work with more clients, help doing what we do best. What we love doing is saving tax. And, Jesse, I know, gets the odd person watching this, even though it is a side hustle for your side hustle. We always praise Jesse's services, and I'm sure he picks up the odd client as well.
I do get the odd person who reaches out. That is for sure.
People wanting to copycat us. So if it's okay to be a copycat as long as you copy the right cat. That's what we always say. So here we are. We're coming up on 9:40. So that's just a short overview on what's in it for affiliates, what's in it for us. And the affiliate hack of the week. So Jesse is an affiliate marketing expert. We always let Jesse go first. I will go second, and Leesa, so we put you on the spot here. Your top, whether it's social media marketing, website, your favorite hack or something you've learned recently. So we'll kick it off with Jesse.
My affiliate hack for this week is relevant to something that I was kind of learning this morning. I'm going through a course where I'm learning more, strategies, in-depth strategies for marketing and just do's and don'ts and things like that. So anyways, the hack that I kind of came up with for today's episode is just go out, get exposure, continue grinding, work it out. And, if you just continue to develop yourself and develop your brand and develop content and put yourself out there, you're going to get more people coming in the door. It might not happen today. It might not happen tomorrow. It might not happen next week or next month, but consistency is key. And, if you just find ways, kind of creative ways, like Rob was telling Leesa about, just kind of mimic the mechanic thing with the website stethoscope. Just think of creative ways to get your message across to people in a way that I have a formula that I use when it comes to content, and I'll give this away. This is the freebie for today. I might have said it in the past, I don't know, but it's called the 3 E's. It's educate, elevate, and entertain. If you can find a way to use those 3 E's in your content, it's going to be winning content. And like I said, it might not return an ROI today, but it will eventually.
I like what you said, Jesse, about, just keeping at it. I heard an old story about, because I have a boxing pass, George Foreman was fighting Joe Frazier. And Joe Frazier had just beaten Muhammad Ali, the only time, the first time Muhammad Ali lost. So Joe Frazier was like the top heavyweight. And George Foreman at the time had 6 kids. And Frazier said, Foreman, he's so big, he's so ugly. They were getting real nasty in the media, called him ugly. And then Muhammad Ali came to his defense and he said, well, George ain't that ugly. He said he's got 6 kids. Somebody thought he was good looking at least 6 times. So, somebody will hit your website at the right time where they're feeling that pain, where they need a little bit of help on something. And my hack of the week, and these are always off the cuff for me because I'm not the professional, but looking back at it, people say, well, what's the hook? How do you get people in? We have our 10-year tax review, which we started doing about 14 years ago when we first had the ability to go online and look at taxpayers' history in their account online. So it's one of the first things we do with all our clients. And just having that, we call it a 10-year tax review. We're over 100 different points now. But I'm going to practice my own advice, and I suggested to you, Leesa, come up with a top 10, but we could list our top 10, points that we check on your, when we do your tax review. So maybe the top 10 things, whatever industry you're in, the plumber, the mechanic, the electrician, what are the top 10 things you need to look out for? And the last note on this before we turn it over to you, Leesa, giving you lots of time to prep here. We were at a networking event years ago, and there was a guy selling emergency preparedness kits. And what he did, he would come around to your home and he would identify in your home where your electrical shutoff was, where your water shutoff was, and where your gas shutoff was. We just experienced this. We didn't know where our water shutoff was, and we were having our hot water and furnace and boiler replaced. We didn't know where it was. And, it's a bit scary. You're thinking, wow, what if the water pipe bursts? How do we shut it off? And then on top of that, the main shutoff at the street, we couldn't find that either. So this fella came in and he identified where they all were, but he had a little tip that he shared with everybody. And he said, like, he had his list that he checked off. He documented it for you where everything was in the house. And then he said, your hot water tank acts as a reserve for fresh water. If the water ever goes off, the city water gets shut off or something. And he put that sticker on the hot water tank. And it said, you have 40 gallons or whatever size the tank is of fresh water. Here's where the shutoff is. And you can turn this other tap, the drain tap, where you can get fresh water if the main water shuts off in the city. So just having those tips got him low. He sold, he was selling 100 emergency preparedness kits a week by doing this free inspection on your home. Find out where all these things are. And then, hey, by the way, we have these emergency preparedness kits. You should have one. They're only $99, whatever he was selling them for. And he sold thousands of them just by doing that simple checklist.
Yeah.
That's my hack of the week, my marketing tip of the week.
That's an awesome hack.
Offer the value, and they should come.
Yeah.
So turn it over to the expert now.
All right. I was trying to think of a hack, and I wanted to address, the control freaks out there. For the people, with the online space, you can get pulled in 10 million different directions. There's a lot of, I'm sure Jesse could attest to this. There's a lot of rabbit holes you can go down. So my hack is just give up the control, even if it's on one little thing that you can delegate, and find someone that is better than you at it. So say your strength is not in websites, get someone to optimize that for you. Find something that is not your strength and delegate that out.
Awesome advice. Yeah, turn it over to the pros. And I remember not long ago when we were starting out, we didn't have the money to invest. We'll be open. We're paying Jesse to develop our marketing funnel, etc. We didn't have that money a few years ago. I remember when I was doing my own website on Dreamweaver. That was an old WordPress type site. But if you are starting out, we got involved with a company, and it's a barter exchange. It's barterfirst.com is their website. And somebody reached out to us looking for tax services. He just happened to be doing similar to what you're doing, Leesa. Is, he did a 4-page review on our website, and I looked at it and I said, oh my gosh, that's what we look like. He pointed out everything that was wrong. And I suggest if you're going to do something like that, do the sandwich approach like Toastmasters. Give them something that's good on the site first before you lay it out. But anyway, we're working together now, and it's gonna take him about a month. He's gonna we have about 100 different landing pages in our main website. He's gonna go through all that. We weren't the expert. I've tried to do it myself for years, but finally turned over that control. So that's great advice. So anybody that watching wanting to do that, reach out to Leesa. Her contact info is there. It's labonlineagency.com. I get a little message I'm going to share with you on that before we go. Get the .ca before this video goes live on YouTube. Get the .ca. It's $6 or $8 depending, because people may not remember labonlineagency.com or .ca. Grab that domain and forward it to your main site before somebody steals it and steals your traffic.
Yeah.
I'm on GoDaddy right now. I was thinking of registering it and holding you ransom.
Oh, damn, I use GoDaddy too. Well, there's a lot of other like Bluehost. A lot of people don't know they have an affiliate program too. So
yeah, but get on, register your .ca. I would do it right now, because this will go live on YouTube in about a week, and trust me, those domain squatters will be all over it, because you're going to be famous one day for Lab Online Agency.
Well, GoDaddy did say it's worth $800 American.
There you go.
I have a story on that. Go ahead, Jess.
I was just gonna say, but the revenue you're gonna bring in is gonna be a lot more than $800. So,
and somebody steals one client by grabbing that domain, they steal one client from you. How much is that client worth? They steal 10 clients. How much? So we had somebody reach out to us from GoDaddy a couple of years ago, about 4 years ago, and he said, "Hey, it's Charles from GoDaddy." He had that southern accent. And he said, "We got somebody interested in your domain." I said, "Well, what domain?" Because we have a lot of domains. My son always jokes around. He says, "Oh, you need more domains, Dad." I think we have over 500. But somebody said,
"You could be a domain flipper."
But they're worth more driving traffic to your own pages. So, except in this case, he said they're looking at MrTaxes.com. And I said, "Well, which one? MISTER? Taxes spelled it, or just MR taxes?" He goes, "Oh, you have that one as well?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Which?" He said, "Well, just the MR taxes." But he said, "If you have the other one, if you're willing to sell it." I said, "Well, let me stop you right there. I'm not willing to sell it, because we're planning on moving into the US." I said, "But you could tell Tion Thompson that if he's interested, he can give me a call direct. He doesn't have to go through you guys." And he goes, "How did you know his name out of 6 billion people on the planet?" Because they keep it confidential. They don't tell you who's interested. And I said, "So it is Tion." Like less than a week before, I was looking at the registrations in the US on trademarks for Mr. Taxes, and this guy Tion Thompson has a website, MrTaxesUSA.com. Like he added the USA behind it. And I said, no, I said, I'm not interested. I'd be interested in doing a deal with him though. And putting our franchises into the US and working together. And he said, well, you don't even want to know how much he's offering? I said, doesn't matter. He goes, I got to tell you. He goes, it's insane. He goes, he's willing to offer up to $500,000 for it. So I said, no, I said, it's worth more. So now I've been talking to Tion for a couple of years and we're ready to launch in the US for January. It's going to be probably worth 10 times, the business is going to be worth 10 times that. So, in the first year. So, grab your domains, hold on to them. That's another hack, I guess, get your vanity domains for Instagram. We just got the YouTube vanity domain. So it's youtube.com/# Mr. Taxes. So, having those vanity domains is important as well.
Yeah, I have a quick relevant story since we were talking about cars and car sales and domains and, all these different things today.
Don't tell me putting your domain on a car wrap.
I did that a long time ago. Made a ton of money from that video, by the way.
Yeah, that's a good story too. Share both.
Okay. I'll see if I have time. Anyways, I was going to buy a new vehicle. This was back in like 2017. I can't remember when marijuana became legalized in Canada. I can't remember what
year. Do you even care when it became legalized? I don't think, right?
It's not something I do ever.
It's not relevant, right?
I didn't really care, but the story's relevant to it. And the reason is because I was going to buy a new vehicle and, just through conversations with the sales rep, he asked what I do. I told him I do digital marketing and, all these different things. And he started telling me about how he had heard this rumor that marijuana was going to become legalized soon-ish. And so he went out, he invested, I think he got a loan for like $20,000 and bought every single domain he could think of to do with marijuana and, CBD and all these different things. He ended up buying, all of these domains for pennies, a couple bucks here and there, dropped the whole $20,000, got them all. Anyways, a couple of years later, I came across him again. He had then, a couple of years later, had become a multi-millionaire by selling all of these domains because, it started to become legalized. Everyone was looking for domains and they were willing to pay outrageous prices for the domains that he was holding. So, I mean, that was a really cool story. When he told me that, I was like, man, that's something I never would have thought to do,
And
but
now it's an industry. Yeah, now it's an industry. A friend of mine that works for a big affiliate marketing company, Max International, they sell supplements and everything else. They're one of the older brands around, but they let 2 of their domains expire. Somebody in their office, somehow max.com and maxinternational.com, you can Google this. Some IT guy in there, somebody overlooked it, didn't renew it, and it went up for auction. Some kid in the States got them and went through a lawyer because they contacted him and he said, no, I ended up getting a lawyer. He got $1 million to get those domains back. It'd be like NHL or NFL.com. NHL.ca isn't owned by the National Hockey League. Some neurological association that owns it. And I'm sure the NHL has offered them millions for it.
Probably, I would imagine.
So how much is labonlineagency.ca going to be worth? That's what I want to know. Have you registered it yet? You got to get on it because this is going to go live on YouTube in about a week and a half.
I'll get on it.
I'll give you till tomorrow, then I'm buying it.
Yeah, well, I got it queued up right now. I could hit the buy button and put it through my PayPal account.
Don't do it.
Oh, I will. I'll sell it back to you. I actually registered a domain for a guy that I wanted to possibly do business with, and I gave it to him. He's like, whoa, man, I never even thought of that, and ended up, just transferring it back to them for the transfer cost. It was like $20. But I probably could have got a couple thousand out of him for it easily, knowing, the amount of money he has, etc. So that's our affiliate link, dollartaxclub.ca/affiliates. That'll be in the link below somewhere if you're watching on YouTube. And tune in every week for more self-employed tips. I love this one from Robert Kiyosaki, this little diagram. It's the cash flow quadrant. And that's what you've done, Leesa. You've made the move to business owner. You've moved from employee to self-employed. Now you're really a business owner. You have your website up, selling your services. And that's one of the best tax saving strategies that we could ever recommend to somebody. We're doing it now for all of our tax clients that aren't self-employed, just to get on our affiliate program. And our affiliate program is, it's one of the most economical ones on the market. How much is it to join, Jess?
A big fat zero.
Yeah, so it doesn't cost anything to join our affiliate program. So jump on board today, start enjoying the benefits of self-employment. And then our events page, because we do not just these weekly webinars every Wednesday. We do other one-off webinars. The biggest followings we had were the ones for the government subsidies and government grants. And now Q&A. If anybody's on, if they have questions, Alicia and Matt said good morning. Leesa, your contact phone number is in the chat. Also the website, labonlineagency.com. So any questions from anybody? Otherwise, Jesse and me are going to grill you for a couple of minutes before we say farewell and move on to what's next week, Jess? 46?
Well, it's got to be 46, I would imagine.
Yeah, it always is. Right in between 45 and 47 is...
You got to get up to the 100 episode mark. There's some stats out there that once you have a podcast, 100 episodes, you know.
We're over 100 because we have last year, and I know we did over 100 before. When we were on Webinar Jam, I changed the time we changed from a Monday to the Wednesday time slot, and I created a new webinar and deleted the old one, but I didn't know it deleted all the replay videos. And I simultaneously deleted them off the Dollar Tax Club member portal because they had links, but the links were all directly to the Webinar Jam hosted videos. And I had downloaded about half of them, but we had over 100 in the can with Aaron Fraser. They're all gone. They're history.
They're history. Leesa, I have a quick question for you.
Sure.
This is one that I often get asked, and I'm kind of excited to ask somebody else this question. It's when you first decided to get into the industry that you're in, how long did it take you to kind of get up and running and comfortable? I'm not asking how long did it take you to make money, but how long did it take you to get up and running and just comfortable with what you're doing now?
Yeah, that's a really good question. A lot of people like to go at their own pace. And I get a lot of questions about websites and stuff. And one thing, some really good advice I got from Hillary, who created the agency course, is if you're worried about your website and you want to make it perfect, you're not going to be selling anything. So it's important to just put, like Rob said, you can iron out the kinks later. It's important to get something out there and get going. So I would say, for me, it took anywhere from 3 to 6 months to kind of really get everything in place, like as far as like operational and marketing stuff went. But I think the main thing is just to make sure you don't need to be a perfectionist. You don't need to have everything perfectly in place. A lot of people out there say, it's never a perfect time to start. So just do it, put yourself out there and go.
That's a really good answer. Thank you for that.
Yeah. The Brian Tracy has a comment on that. He says, the best step to take is the first one. And he said, those who don't take action end up on Someday Isle. Do you know where Someday Isle is? Someday I'll get around to, updating the website. Someday I'll get around to launching the website. Someday I'll get around to starting my online course. Our course is, you saw the website, is black and white. It was on WordPress until we just converted to Kajabi, which gives it a way nicer look. Sign up is integrated with the course delivery, those things. And I have a friend that's a designer, and he was looking at the website. He's actually coming on our team call later, Jesse. And you're gonna laugh because I know exactly what he's gonna say. One of the first comments was, "Well, you have no color on your website." I'm like, our website sold 400 courses last year at $600. That's $250,000, and he doesn't even have a website. So
yeah, I've heard of agency owners that have done it 10 years. They don't even have a website. So I think this fixation on a perfectly designed website is totally unnecessary, because I've seen some websites that are like really impressive looking to the eye, and then you look at what's going on behind the scenes, and some of those can score the lowest once an audit report is done. So I think it's really important to look at the fundamentals.
And I know all of those.
Website.
Sorry, I know all of those things can increase sales, and yeah, I know our website could look a lot sexier. It could be spruced up, but we just shared the back end login with our whole team, Jesse included, signed up this morning. So we have 8 of our team members that are going to go in and test drive the website for functionality. Our goal, number one, is to get it back up and running because it's live right now, and we set the course launch date for the 21st. So even if people do sign up, we have time to fix it before the 21st. And we got our team on to look at it. So we want to get the functionality down first, and then we'll look at SEO and all of those other things. So maybe, on a side note, take a look at that website. Give us your 10-point tune-up checklist on CTP Canada, and then follow up with us on that one, and then we'll chat from there.
CTP Canada.
.ca. We have the .com as well for anybody that's thinking of going out and registering the .com. Don't even think about it.
Darn. I guess I'm going to have to settle for CPT Canada.
There you go. Get that side traffic with those oblivious links that they put on those. I just tried to go on YouTube yesterday, and I put YO or YUO tube or something, spelled it wrong, and some website came up with all these links. I'm like, that doesn't look like YouTube. You're not even tricking me.
Yeah.
You'd think they go through some effort, but I think they get in big trouble, right, from the big websites. So that brings us up to the end. Any final comments, Jesse, and then we'll leave it with you, Leesa, for one last pitch here to the crowd. Thanks for coming on. It was short notice.
Thank you so much for having me. This has been awesome.
And great value you provided. And, I encourage our listeners, if you're watching on the replay, if you're watching live, go to the website, connect with Leesa and find out, how she can help you get your website and get your marketing to the next level.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I don't personally do the website reports like Leesa does, but I've had a couple of those done on certain websites, and they're really cool. They give you a lot of really good data and ideas. So definitely reach out to her, get that done, and you never know what that could bring as opportunities. So check it out, go through it, contact Leesa.
And we always give our guests the last pitch here.
Oh, I get the last pitch. Yeah, if you want a free audit report, those are free to do. So like Jesse says, you can find things you never thought you knew about your website. And there's ways of being resourceful, as Rob was alluding to, and getting yourself out there.
Awesome. See everybody next week on week 46.